everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net. There you can learn more about me, you can see our products, you can place an order, you could sign up to host workshop, or you could join my team. If you'd like any more information on any of those things, please reach out to me. Okay, so I hope everyone's having a good week. This week I am working with the Lucky Clover, and yesterday, Tuesday, on my Facebook Live, I basically introduced the set, and I did some very simple cards. Okay, I really just did, they're all basically the same basic format, where I had a piece of DSP that is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so see that these are all exactly like that. This one I did add an extra layer of coordinating cardstock that was the 4 by 5 1/4, and then I did 3 3/4 by 5 for the DSP on that. But it was pretty straightforward. I did the DSP, I did the sentiments, I did made some shamrocks, or cut out these are 4-leaf clovers actually, but okay. So if you would be interested, you can go to my Facebook page, Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, and you can see that video. So for today, I was debating, what do I want to do for today? And I decided I was going to see what I could do to come up with making like a pot of gold. Okay, so this green is different than the greens I used yesterday. Yesterday I used the Granny Apple Green and the Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz. That lighter green there is the Pear Pizzazz. Today I'm using the Garden Green, and this is a pack of paper that was available in the fall mini catalog, and it was one gingham. It was a gingham one, and anyway, but that, because I was looking, I wanted some DSP that a more recent one that had garden green in it, and this was the one that I found. Okay, so then I thought, well, how do I make a pot of gold? We don't really have a pot of gold, a pot. And so I started looking through what did I have with punches, with die sets, and I realized this one, the lasting label, it was close. So I'm going to show you how I made this. Okay, so I'm going to actually do it this way. So what I did was I punched that, and then let me 1 second here. Where's my, I'm going to put some scrap paper here just because it might make it a little easier to see the black. And then I decided I wanted to cut, didn't think I should, I wanted to basically, see if this will write on here. This is our chalk marker. Basically cut off like this, cut it kind of along there on both ends. Okay, so that would give you like the rim at the top and like kind of like the base, how they do go out like that. Now it is a little bit taller. A lot of times they're squattier than this, but it works still. So I'm just going to show you. I tried it first with my I'll turn it over so we don't have the white on there, but I just wanted you to be able to see what I'm looking at. Nope, I might have got that off. I didn't get it quite get it. That's what I did. I thought it'd be a little better with the scissors when I did it on my on the what's it called here? I did the other one on here, but it was harder to line it up. I think because it's black and where you cut is like a dark color around it. So I thought, well, that looks pretty close. I mean, as I said, it could have been a little squattier, but I thought, oh, that'll work. And so then I was like, okay, so what can I use for the gold? So I started looking at what else did I have that might work. And I found, I looked at a lot of different things, and I decided that actually this die, the die for the clouds there on the mountain air, that I could make that work. Okay, and so first I cut it out just to make sure, and then I was like, yes, on some scrap paper, like the white paper, and then I said, okay, but it can't just be like yellow or gold. It has to look like, you have to have something there to help it, look more like I want it to look. So, and then I debated, do I want to do it? What color do I want? So anyway, I ended up using the crushed curry, and I just used the stamp that they had, and this one's going to have to go on a little bit diagonally, but it'll work. Okay, now, obviously that doesn't necessarily look like coins, but I thought once I kind of cut them a little bit and stayed, I'll show you how I did that in a moment. And I mean, if you want to take time and, put more like faces or whatever on there, you can do that. And then I cut that out, which I will do that in just a moment. But I also decided I wanted some grass in front of this. And I found that in the elephant parade, they have two. They have these. So I cut some of those out, and I'm going to cut a little more because I decided I wanted 3. On the one I did here, I did 2, but I thought maybe I would do 3. The other thing was I wanted something to embellish the front of that, so I decided to use the smallest of the individual ones here. This one, I stamped it and then I fussy cut it. I'm not the best at that, so okay, so I'm going to get this one will definitely can be done on our mini, so I have that here all set to go. All right, so you can see what I did to put this together. Now, let me make sure that's where you can see it. Here, wait a minute. Oop, it's caught on there. I'm going, what's going on? Okay, so then I just match this up the best you can. I think that's pretty good. So there's that. And then what did I do with my green here? Wait a minute, I got more over here. Let me just find it. Garden green. I thought I had a strip out here, but I'm not seeing it right now, so I'm going to grab another one. After I do this, of course, I'll find the strip I had. I was planning to use, because that's how things go, isn't it? I'm just going to kind of do this. There. And this one I do kind of go back and forth just because there's a little more surface there. I just want to make sure. Probably didn't need to, but And look, they even popped right out there. So I'm going to put these over in my little handy dandy magnetic bowl here. This, just to show you, this I got, this magnetic bowl, I got it at a hardware store. Very inexpensive. They have a few different sizes of it. When I was there anyway, they've had it for a few years, but they had a few different sizes. There's one that was smaller. I think there's some that are bigger. So I think that's everything I need for this. So I put that over here. Now, and this, just for a change of pace, this one opens this way. So this was, it's still half of a piece of cardstock. It's 11 inches this way, scored at 5.5, and then cut at 4 1/4 that way. And on the front, this is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm just gonna, where's my, wait a minute, bring this out, my trusty silicone mat. And you can use whatever you like, whether it's glue like this or whether you want a tape runner. Okay, it's whatever you would like to use. All right, so I'm going to put this on. Let's see, do I like it better like that, or do I like it better with the, I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so there's that. And so then do this little, which I'm gonna, oh, this one, I wanted this a little shorter. I forgot I did want, it's the same that way, but shorter this way. About there. Whoop. I'll just do that. Might be a little different than the other one, but oh, pretty close. Yay. All right. So what I did was I used, wait a minute here. I used my blending brushes, and where did I put? All right, wait. I know. Oh, here it is. Silly me, in a little different spot. Okay, so I did the Balmy blue, and you ink it up, and then you start off the page. I'm gonna put a little more in. Just a little more. I'm gonna try that. If I want to, I'm gonna do the green before I decide if I want a little more of the blue or not. Okay. This be like grass. Oh, and I paused there and look, so I got a darker. That may be okay. See if I can get this there. Some a little darker spots. Some of it will be covered over anyway. Okay. So that'll be all right. So for right now, close these up. These out of the way. And then, uh-oh. No, where did my cauldron go? Did it fall? And of course, it's black, so it's going to be difficult to find it, isn't it? All right, wait a minute. Slow down. Oh, here it is. I do see it. It fell on the floor. Okay. So this is going to go about there, but before I do that, I want to work with this. And this is what I did, is see where this littler one's over the big one? I wanted the bigger one to stay in back. So then I just fussy cut here. like this. And just kind of around, almost like that. Okay, and then I kind of rounded this off a little. That part there is going to be hidden more than this. Some of that could show. So then I just kind of played here a little bit to see about where I might want that. And I want to make sure it's going to fit inside the, so maybe a little more like that. Maybe this could come up. So anyway, you just kind of play around and get that about where you think you want it. Like that. Kind of like that. I might put it up just a little bit. And then, here, put just a little bit of this on. And I don't know where my tweezers are. I really wanted them today. And of course, because I've been doing a few different things and my head I think got in the way maybe there a little bit. I apologize for that if that's the case. So let me just see. Does that look? Actually, I think I want this up because I want it. Yeah. Think about like that, okay? So here's the, I'm going to just do this right along like that. Oop. And actually I should have, instead of on the paper, I'm not even thinking I should do it on here because it may stick, the paper it will stick to. This, it doesn't stick to, so I'll be able to get it off a little easier. And I just want to make sure there. There, I think that's not too bad. But you could, you know, again, do it the way you like it. Okay, now I'm going to put a little dot or two on the back of this. Maybe just a tiny one right down there. Maybe, if I can get a hold of it. And you can tip it. You can put it more straight. That one I tip this way. This one I tip that way. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so then I just want to play here just a little bit before I truly glue these down. I was thinking on this one, I might do more like, kind of like this. And then put this one here popped up. I think I do like that. Okay, here we go. And actually, I probably have to go up just a little bit more so that will stick to the whoop, as it drops from there. Like that. And then, whoop, what do I want? Okay, so I want a really, really thin piece of this. So I'm going to go along the edge. Get that pretty thin. Yeah, it's about the right size there, length. Hopefully I got it thin enough. Okay. I'm going to turn that over. It's hard, it probably is hard to see, but they do have little, like, a little bit of embossing on the, which I don't know whether you can see when I hold it up like this, but there's like little lines going through. So that's the part that you want up. Oop, come here. Why is that? Oh yeah, it is. It's just because it wants to pop up because it's of the Is that gonna stay? Well, anyway, so there's this. So then this is gonna, now you're gonna put it where you want it. I want some of each of these to there. There's that. And then I put this just on the front there. Okay, and that I put flat because I wanted to pop up my sentiment. So these are obviously very close, not exactly the same, because even if I did do it all exactly the same, or as close as I could, nothing's never perfectly the same. Like that. And for this one, I want to just put a different one of the other sayings on. So that one I went sending luck and love. Let me see. Well, good luck is bigger, so I'm going to need a bigger piece. Is that going to... Yeah, I can do a little bit. Where's my white? My white stash. Oh, is that? Yep. Hope it's not. It's like right over here. My little bit of scraps. Here we go. Hope that's not the right thing. It's in the wrong place. Okay. Good luck. It will fit either way. All right, so I'm going to do that in the garden green. And hopefully you can see me stamp this, move some stuff out of the way. And I'm going to see if I can get my head over here next to my camera so I can hopefully, there, not too, I knew I wanted to trim that down, so, and I have on my thumb there. Oh. Okay. I think that's about right. Looks pretty good. Oh, I think I need just a smidge off the bottom. So maybe at the top, maybe just a little too. Come on. There. And I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to pop that up. So here we go. I'm just going to put two on, I think. One there and one there. There. Ta-da! And what I did on the others, I can do it on here too, is I used our brass butterflies. I brushed brass butterflies. And I do like those, so I'm going to like how those look. So I'm going to do those again. And one there. One there. And one, maybe like I did on the other one up here. Okay, there we go. So that's how I made that. So there are times it kind of makes you have to think and look through all of your dies and your punches to figure out how you can do things that, are not like we didn't have a cauldron, or what do they, I'm not sure what they call it, the pot for the gold at the end of the rainbow. I could have had a rainbow in there, but I decided just to do it like this. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, and once again, just to show you the dies for the gold, I stamped and die cut from these clouds and mountain air. And for the grass, which they don't have a stamp for it, but they had these dies from the elephants. Okay, Elephant Parade. And the cauldron, I used the lasting label and trimmed each end down. Okay, and this was just stamped and fussy cut from our stamp set. Okay, so there's that one. Then I got thinking about, and what else could I do? Do something just a little different. And my sister gave me an idea to see if I could do like a shamrock or the clover, that 4-leaf clover, so that, you know, almost like a honeycomb type effect, like some of the cards and stuff that we get. So what I decided to do was, I'm using the same paper, but I'm using the other side. See, it's a bigger gingham than this, but that's front and back. Okay, because that was the only green they had, only garden green that they had was this. So since I wanted to stick with the garden green, I decided I would try the other side with this. I think the big one might have been too much with the pot of gold, just because I think it would have almost overwhelmed the pot of gold. This one these card bases are this way, 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and cut at 5 1/2 the other way. But see, they're the same size. They just open differently. This one is at the top, and this one is on the side. Okay. And you could turn, if you wanted these, you still can turn them and open them the other direction. I mean, this one not now because I have it that way, but if I'd wanted, I could have put it this way and opened it that way. Okay. As you can see, I don't have my insides in there yet. I will do that later. I wanted to spend time really on showing you this. So one of the things I did was, I wanted to punch one of those out, so I've got that. And then I wanted to make I wanted to be able to get almost like the whole one with as little of the stem as possible. Okay. And then, because I'm going to cut those stems out, so this is what I did. Like that. Whoop, not quite. There. Oh, and that could have been a little better here. And then I'm going to bring this over to do this, but I decided I wanted to score right, or you could just fold it in half if you want, but I thought the scoring it might help. So see if I can get it where I want it. Like, notch it. Oop, I don't want that there. I want to score, not cut. So try this again, see if I can get it where I want it. That looks right. Okay, so I scored it there so I could fold it. Now, what I did was, I already have a bunch here that so did 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 here. This will be the 6th one. And But you can do, you know, as many or as few as you want, really. So, oh wait, make sure you get the right one. Okay. So, this is gonna, I'll put a little bit up here. And you can see how they're all folded there. And now this one, I'm going to put that. I want to get this lined up as best I can with that one next to it. Okay, so now we've got these two. And I'm going to, whoop, make sure I get the right one here. I'm going to glue these like this. That there, and that one there. Hopefully I can get them on there correctly. Hopefully. Did I do that right? I hope so. Anyway, hope I didn't get that last one upside down. I did. That's why it doesn't want to. Let me just try this again. See if I can get this off without totally ruining it. It's not really the best thing, but hey, I think I can fix it. I have to pay attention because they are just a little different because of being cut. There, that should go this way and see if that will fit a little better. Hopefully it will. There's that. Oh, it doesn't have to go on there anyway. There. Now, let me see. I'm going to put this onto one of the whole ones here. Now, and hopefully, wait, I don't have that right because this should be down here. There, like that. It looks a little better, so hopefully I've got that correct. Move just a little slightly. All right, wait a minute. Maybe I need to fold this a little bit so that it will. It might be what I needed to do. I didn't do another one ahead of time because I was like, really knew I wanted to get taping. There. There's that. And hopefully I can get this lined up. I think I can. Looks like I will. It's gonna. Oop, sorry, bumped the camera there. Now, goes there. Okay. So, if I can get this to do what I want it to do there, maybe. Okay. Then, but I think I'll probably put white under it. It's not perfectly matched up, but oh well, it'll still do what I want it. Okay, so it'll be like that. And let me see, do I want that on white or do I like it just on the green? Okay, there's a piece of white here that it could maybe. So I think I am just going to do that, do it like that. Okay. Hopefully this will do what I would like it to do. Okay, I'm gonna move this a little so I can get my head in there, but hopefully not. There, and there, like that, kind of like that. You know what I didn't do is put a dot on this. I was so paying so much attention to that other, and now I got too much. Oh, I'll wipe my fingers off here because they're all sticky. There. So here's this. There. So there. 1, 2, 1, yep. Let's see, 1. There. And when you put it in the envelope, you know, you can just like that or like that. Okay. 1. There we go. There. Ta-da! It did end up working, although it was a little different than I expected. And, oh, I know, that's what I kind of thought about doing was, I have a bigger piece here. So I guess I could have done maybe a bigger piece of white there. But, let me see, where I wanted to do, thought I would do this one. Will that fit on here? It does. But, I do want over a little, I want some white on either side of it. Now, I think that's about right. And then I think what I'm going to do to give it a little more whatever, I use these. I'm going, let me see, dark, 2, 3, I think, okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And just okay, maybe just a little bit more right here. More like kind of like that. There. So then we got an all over. Okay, and now I'm just going to do flat. Good friend is like a 4-leaf clover. Hard to find, lucky to have. Okay. Now, let me think. What am I going to put on? I do want a little bling on that. I think, do I have my champagne ones here, or did I leave them in the other room? Let me just look real quickly. Are they over here? No, they're not. But let me just see. Do I have something else? I can do those. I just look real quickly here. What else could I? Maybe. Let me just see what might I like. The gold on there. Oh, that might be pretty. I'm going to do the gold. Here's my... Get a spot of the leprechaun gold, huh? And one more from here. Wait a minute. So that's there. This one has to maybe go up just a little bit. And then all of these, thought I had a piece of the white in here ready to go in. Let me just make sure. Here we go. Yeah. So see, this would be, this is, I believe, the 5 by, oh no, that's, well, actually, I would do it a little smaller. This is the, I have another one. Where's that? The only one I have. Oh, here we go. I think I like this size, but this is the 4. Okay, but you can do whatever you want. This is the 4 by 5 1/4 piece. So see, it has very little of the border around it. Or you can do smaller. That's the 3 3/4 by 5. Actually, on this one, I almost think because it's so, oh no, but it's the same size as that. Let me just see, do I like this? Or, I think I like that better. So I would do that on the inside of all of these. This one I already have one, see? And sending luck and love. I'll just stick this other size in here, but I probably would trim it down. Good luck, that's another way. And good friend. A good friend is like a 4-leaf clover, hard to find, lucky to have. And then for there, what did I just do with those right here? On the inside, you could just say, Happy St. Patrick's Day, right? Or you could say, sending luck and love, maybe on the inside of this. Or you could even say, happy birthday, say, thinking of you. You know, you could choose something from one of your other, oh, look, even from here, look at this. What a happy day. Friends forever. You know, I'll never forget your kindness. Any of those could really work with that. So you're not necessarily limited to just doing St. Patrick's Day sayings. You could even, you know, even with these, you could send something else on the front if you wanted. Okay, just again, once again, make it yours. Okay, so I just would encourage you to try some of these things and see, you know, try your hand at it. See what you can come up with the things that you have in, you know, in your stash. You may find something that works better for you than what worked for my pot, for my gold. You might have a better way of doing something like this than I do as well. Maybe something that would work better for the gold. But I would just say, you know, look through what you do have and see how what might you be able to use that for other than what its original intended purpose was. And that just means when you do that kind of stuff, it just means that your stamps and die cuts and punches go even further. Okay? All right, well, I want to thank everyone for watching. If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, I would really appreciate if you did subscribe. I just got 500 followers the other day, so thank you, everyone. And hopefully we will be able to continue sharing our love of stamping and Stampin' Up! Products for a long time to come. Comments are always welcome. We just ask that you be kind to each other when we do comment. Okay, so thanks again, my friends. On Friday, I will have a fun fold using this set and maybe bringing in a couple others. We'll see how it goes. And okay, and until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye bye.